And we're going to get started. I will confirm that when we're done, but I'll bet you $1 it is.
I have $1. All right.
I don't have a gambling problem. That was just a little side. Okay, thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meeting welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an awesome environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. Our meeting start time is 7 p.m. Please be on time. Please turn off and stay off your cell phones, and please only one person speaks at a time. And please do everybody a favor when you're talking in here, raise your voice, because what you have to say may save not only your life but somebody else's life. So say it loudly. We all want to hear it. We do sign proof of attendance slips. Leave them out in the green box out in the table in the hallway, and you can pick them up when we're done with our discussion. Honesty is required. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. What that means is actually meet somebody new every time you're here. No, your confidentiality must not be important because we're live streamed right now. Unless you sit on the wall, then you're good. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it's in progress because it's disruptive to others who are in attendance. Who has our lifestyles of recovery? Maddie.
The guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lives to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
All right, who's here for their first ever Racing for Recovery meeting tonight? Any first timers? Awesome. Good stuff. All right, here's what you get at all of our Racing for Recovery meetings. You're going to get an awesome opportunity to say your name and why you're here tonight. It's not required at our program to say you're an addict or an alcoholic. We pretty much get that. So, yeah, can you imagine hearing 120 people tonight? I'm an addict, I'm an addict, I'm an addict. I'd be like, I know. So here, we want to hear your name, why you're here, and how we can help you. That's something that is going to be different for each and every one of us. Okay, so again, who you are, why you're here, and how we can help. Joe, we'll start with you.
My name's Joe. I come to Racing for Recovery for a number of reasons. The most important one right now is that I've recently accepted the position of Todd's hype man. So, can I get a hype check real quick from anyone? There's my boys, all right. Second reason is I come to get inspired. And nothing was quite as inspiring as the week that I spent out in Boulder. It was long, it was exhausting, but watching everyone but Todd complete an Ironman was an amazing experience. And it just kind of reinforces that I got to do all this cool shit because I stayed sober and I continue to be sober. So every time that I lack the motivation to keep going forward or it's a tough day, I just remember that week, man. And if you haven't seen our pictures on Facebook, check it out. It was amazing. I took most of those. You're welcome. And it's just a really good feeling to continue to come here and continue to do cool stuff. So.
Okay. My name is Jenna, and I'm here to support the scene, and I don't think I need to. I mean, he's.
I'm Levon, Justine's mom.
Hi, I'm Larry, and I'm here to support Justine and everyone in this room.
I'm Justine. I come here because I try not to miss any meetings, and I don't know. It's where I feel at home and at peace. So.
I'm Brian, and wonderful atmosphere, so it keeps me coming back.
Sweet. On the back wall. Go ahead, buddy.
Wow. I'm Antoine, and I have 15 more sections that I owe myself, and I've been greeted with a good atmosphere. Thanks, everybody.
Cool.
My name is Nicole. I'm here to learn about recovery.
Sweet.
My name's Daryl. I'm here because it's been an emotional week and I need to be grounded.
I'm Brandon. I'm here to support Daryl and get support.
I'm Jerry. I'm here to learn and continue living a sober life.
I'm Joe. I'm here because I got to hang out with my friend Mother Mary all day. Everyone get hip. And also, I love Soul Core, and it happens to go on Thursdays at noon and Mondays at 5:30. Awesome experience.
I'm Mike. I come around here because I enjoy witnessing greatness every day, being in this building, in and out, and I get inspiration from so many people.
My name's Dustin. I come here for my own recovery and to support and be supported by everybody in this room.
I'm Dean. I'm here for my sobriety, for healing, for support. I'm here to be supported and support when I can. I love this place. That's why I'm here.
I'm proud here to listen and to support whoever I can if possible.
I'm Marnie, and I'm just here to learn about enabling, because I enable my son.
I am Joel. I'm here to support my son Jake and to listen and learn.
Hi, my name's Matt, and I'm here for camaraderie and the positive, engaging atmosphere. It's great to be here.
Awesome. My name's Craig, and I come here for support.
Good evening. I'm Mike, and I'm here to recharge my positive energy. And even though I'm not using, drugs are interfering with my life tremendously right now. And hopefully by the grace of recovery, I can get somebody introduced into this program.
I'm Shelby, and I'm here because I've been told that you're as good as the people you surround yourself with, and I think I'm pretty okay.
My name's Kelly, and I am a human. I'm here because I'm human, and these people here make me a better human.
My name's Steve, and I come here for the positivity, and it's always so welcoming. And today I got 75 days, and if everything goes as planned, I should be moving back home to Florida, leaving Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm a little nervous, but I'm just super excited. excited to get back to my daughter. Unfortunately, on this Father's Day, but if I wasn't clean and sober, I'd miss everything. So.
Hi, my name is Tony, and I come here because everybody here, you know, they inspire me to keep coming and stay sober, and I am the one. If anybody's here that sees a flyer of Racing Recovery on your car or anywhere, I'm the man who put that on. So that's why I'm here.
Boy. I'm Teresa. I'm here to support my son Ryan in his sobriety. And Joe, we were at Soul Core Monday.
Awesome.
You
I
weren't
love
there.
it.
My name's Ryan. I'm a recovering heroin addict. I come here because lately life has been trying its hardest to fuck me up and put me back over the edge. And this program and being here on Thursday nights is what helps keep me successful and not get my life back to where it was.
Oh boy.
Hi, I'm Steven. I came here because this place is what taught me how to love myself, and with that, it taught me how to love other people as well.
Hi, I'm Rachel. Guess I came here today because it's been a rough day, so I really needed the positivity.
I'm Brittany. I'm here for my sobriety, and it's been very short for me, and I found family that I've been searching for a long time, so here I am.
Good stuff.
My name is Jacob. I'm happy to be here. I come here because it helps me put things in perspective and just further our knowledge and support.
Jake?
I'm Jake. I'm here because this is the place where I found hope. And now I'm actually able to live my life today and not want to die. So, wow.
I'm Madison, and I'm here to listen.
That's my daughter.
I'm Allie, and I'm here to give support.
You have the better
I'm Skylar, and I'm here to give support.
That's my other daughter.
We couldn't tell.
I'm Debbie. I'm here to support my son Steven, who is really approaching 3 years sobriety very, very soon. He just came back from Colorado, and for the first time in so many years, I didn't worry that he was doing anything wrong. I barely heard from him, which is unusual, and I knew he was in a good place. So thrilled about his recovery, and it's brought us so much peace.
I'm Gary. I'm here to get and give support.
I'm Tom. I'm here. In the last 3 months, I've been to 2 detoxes. I just had a detox about 2 hours ago, and last week I fell out twice. I crashed my car. I lost my house. I lost pretty much everything in 2 months, and I'm just sick of it. You know, I know that my time's coming. My liver's bad. They tested my liver, and my liver's almost failing. And this is my last shot, so I'm gonna do it this time.
Good.
I'm Ashley, and I'm here to continue to grow and to be inspired by others who are working on bettering themselves.
I'm Jordan, and I'm here to continue working on myself, because the more I work on myself, the better my life gets. And today I want to live, and I love the life I have.
I'm Diane, Jordan's now unemployed mother, so there won't be any danger of enabling anytime soon. But anyway, so anybody out there need a hard-working 65-year-old lady, call me. Other than that, I'm here to support Jordan, all his wonderful friends in this great program.
Hi, I'm Penny. My son is Bobby. He's not here tonight. He's working, but I think I figured it out. I'm a recovering, overprotective mother that gets a lot of support here and hope and just so much good juju. I mean, it's just such a great place to be. And Thursday, I look forward to it. And I want support. I'll give support. I'll give love. I'm here for everybody.
Susan, and I'm here because I love Thursdays here. The 5:30 spiritual meeting and then this meeting as well. It's a good place to be on Thursday nights.
Hi, I'm Diane. I am a mother of a recovering heroin addict. Emily says to tell everybody hi. She misses you all, and she's watching, so everybody say hi to Emily. Hi, Emily. So, and she can't wait to get back. Cool.
I'm Matt. I'm here tonight to just relieve a bunch of stress.
I'm Nancy. Matt's mom, here to give support.
Grandma.
I'm Grandma. I'm the grandmother of a recovering heroin addict who will be released from prison probably in a couple of weeks. I have a court order that I can't see him, try to talk to him. Haven't seen him since January. And I'm really looking forward to that, and he's looking forward to getting out. He said there's the first two things he wants to do. He wants to visit his grandfather's grave, it's my husband, and he wants to come back to Racing for Recovery. And Todd, I did try to find you some decent trousers, but I haven't been able to. Tonight I even left home early, and I went to Walmart. But they didn't have anything that was quite spiffy enough. And I still give free hugs.
How can you beat that? I'm Pat. I've been coming to Racing for Recovery for 4.5 years. I'm not an addict. I'm an enabler, but I've learned how to, through this program and through all my friends, your family, even if you're not in these rooms, there's a lot of love there. And you can go home from here and you can just give someone your phone number or whatever, and if you need help, you just call. And today I had three wonderful people. Bruce, Shorty, and Bruce's girlfriend came out and did some lawn work for me. And how I've seen Bruce and these people come from way down here to here, it's amazing. It's, you know, I never thought in my lifetime that I would ever see or learn so much from a program that's helped me and my family. Awesome. And thanks to everybody.
My name is Jenny. I come to continue to learn.
I'm Jenny, and I started coming here with a nephew, and I was an enabler, and I learned how not to be, and I continue to come to support this wonderful program and everybody working to improve their lives.
My name is Sandy. I come for hopefully to get some, I don't know, just to learn about what I need to do to help my granddaughter with her recovery.
My name is Allison, and I came to learn about recovery.
I'm John, and I'm here for, obviously, to help maintain sobriety and to get me through a tough time that I'm going through right now. It's been a little stressful the last few months, so, you know, being in an environment like this, you know, it helps me get through tough times.
I'm Kevin. I come here just because it's just an awesome place to be, and I'm also at 5 months too.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
My name's Andy, and I'm here for inspiration, support, and meet more sober people.
I'm Tanner, and I'm here because this is the place I need to be. I hear a lot of people say that they're here because they like to call this place home, and I'm hoping to be able to do that someday.
You will.
And I recently graduated from college, and I don't want to throw all that hard work away. Also, I had my 1 month sobriety recently.
Yeah, man.
I'm Bob, and I just come here because it helps me stay sober.
I'm David.
Steve. I'm here to support my son, Steve.
I'm Steve, and I come to Racing for Recovery to stay on the track.
I'm Brian. I'm here to support my brother Michael. I'm Michael. I'm here because it's a lifestyle for me. It's not a program for me, and I'm learning how to live here. And I heard something today, early this morning, that just stuck with me. And it's, if you need help, anybody needs help, please ask for it. You're in the right place right here. I mean, just please ask for it, because you're here right now, and you might not be here tomorrow.
Good stuff.
My name's Rick. I'm here to support this great group in memory of my son Jacob. I love coming to this place. It seems like it's hard. I can't explain the goodness that I feel whenever I come in here on a Thursday. The people that I've met over the last couple of years, and I care very much about everybody in here. And it's just such a great place to be.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm here because this is where I learned that using drugs and alcohol is a choice, not an addiction.
And what else?
I'm also here because I value my life.
I'm Rachel. Started coming here 4.5 years for my dad, and now I can honestly say I come here for myself because it's truly changed my life, and I just love everyone in here.
Hi, I'm Bruce. I came originally because we lost our daughter to an overdose. And what I expected was to get into a kind of a support group setting. What it's helped me do primarily is recover from being in our neighbors. So I think I'm pretty well past that now. And I really get a great feeling from listening to all the success stories that I see here, to see that success where our daughter failed. So I'm here to support all the people in the group and keep that momentum going.
Hi, I'm Gail. I am here in memory of my daughter, Lauren, who passed away from an overdose. I know I talk a lot about her, and during these meetings, people say they feel bad and things like that. And you guys give me such hope because, number one, all the things that Lauren did and put us through is not unusual when you're addicted to drugs. So, I don't look at her as like a horrible person. It's just what the drugs were doing to her. And, for that, I'm forever grateful to this group. You've given me support when I've been down. This week has not been a good week. Been thinking about her a lot. So I need this.
I'm Julie. I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody here. And I've just come to really care about everybody. And I'm still continuing to learn.
My name's Bill. I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody else that's in this room because I just love to come here to watch the growth in everybody that's here. I mean, it's truly awesome and inspiring for me.
My name's Mike. I come here because the people in this room inspire me to become a better man on a daily basis.
How's everyone doing? My name's Trevor. Pretty excited about tonight. This is my first time here. I've heard really good things about this meeting. I just want to surround myself with sober people and gain as much knowledge from everybody as I can.
Right on.
My name is Derek, and Trevor.
That's not your son, I hope. That'd be a problem.
This is my first time here, and I'm looking to transform my life and become a better person.
I'm Andrea. I'm here to support Derek.
I'm Carrie. I'm here to support my husband, Rob.
I'm Rob. I'm looking really to find a new path to tread.
My name is Jeff, and Todd, you put something on social media, an email from my mom, from an awesome person in this program, and there were some words in that email that really kind of hits the nail on the head for me why I come here, because this is new school recovery, and this is not your grandma's AA meeting.
David, I come to actively listen, learn, and hopefully make some connections.
My name's Gavin. I'm here for knowledge and to remember what I'm working for.
Emily, and I spend a lot of time reading about
statistics and all kinds of stuff like that in school, and here's where I see that change in the statistics. And my parents, once again, yet another week, say hello from Dominica Republic.
That's awesome.
My name is Quentin. One thing I like about this meeting is, like, it's different than any of the meetings I've ever been, is it gives me a sense of empowerment. I've never heard that anywhere, and I love that about this meeting.
My name's Frank. I'm here to listen, learn, gain some knowledge, and to recover.
My name is Ephraim. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I'm here because of the evidence. And I know that these rooms, these group meetings and groups work.
You're standing up on your first meeting, man. I like it.
I'm Stefan. I come. This program's helped me get clean before, and it gives me hope. And nowhere else can you get the perspective that you have here, the addict and the family member. You know, it's just a great dynamic, and also this great person right here, Emily. She gives me great hope and strength, and I just thank her for that. I thank you for all your support.
I'm Linda, and I'm the mother of an alcoholic, and this program continues to give me hope.
Hi, I'm Angie, and I've been with this program for quite some number of years, and I'm quite probably an excellent enabler. And I've come back again because obviously what I've been doing isn't working, obviously. It's only taken me a good 15 years to just finally say I'm getting towards 60 years old. And but the hardest part is knowing what I have to do and doing that. That's the hardest part. And it tugs at my heartstrings, but when I first started coming to this group, I was a lot more, I felt stronger in my, what I was supposed to do, but it wasn't with my son, it was with my ex-husband. And now with being my son again, 15 years, I know I need to do something different for him and for me.
I'm Scott, and I'm here because I'm grateful to be sober.
I'm Brendan, and I am here to keep pushing forward and just doing all the things I've been doing. Before I came here, my life was about as organized as the $5 movie bin at Walmart. Now it's all so there you go.
I'm Todd Crandall, and Tanner, I welcome you here, and you said a very interesting thing. You said, I hope to someday to call this place home. You can do that today. You don't have to wait to do that. And I'm here because my purpose in life has been to be in a position of extreme opportunity to give back and be, I guess, a support system for other people. And I want to say how thankful I am to be a recipient of support last weekend. It's a reminder that support is given and received on both sides. It's not always on one side, and I am not immune to needing support, and I needed a boatload of it last weekend, and I'm thankful that I have awesome people in here that can give me that, so thanks. Who has the answer? I forgot that the last time I was running this thing, so who has the answer? Mike.
The Answer by Donald D. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. Voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand, they don't care who I am. I am a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I am worth saving. Just show me the way. At last I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust, and so it begins, racing for recovery.
Okay, so a couple quick announcements. This awesome dude celebrated a year of sobriety on June 6th, so also regarding Joe and Jeff, on Monday they're going to be on Channel 11 News during the 9 a.m. news hour, so if you're up or able to watch that, please tune in to see Jeff and Joe on Channel 11. And then also on Monday morning, Randall's not here tonight, but Randall will be our success story on 105 FM at 7:40 a.m. So tune in, listen to those, and view that, and share it, and get some other people that can see 3 awesome success stories from our program. That'd be awesome. So let's do this tonight. I heard a lot of people talking about enabling, so let's talk about the dangers of enabling and how to stop doing that. And then on the flip side of that, that is the reverse of enabling, how does it feel to overcome an obstacle in recovery to sustain sobriety? You know, Daryl, thank you for your stuff that we talked about today earlier. I absolutely love and respect and admire people that come in and they say, I'm hurting, I need some help, like Mike said. What I am so over of hearing of, hey dude, I effed up again. It's like, what do you want me to do? You chose to smoke crack and drink again. What am I supposed to do with that? Or what is anybody in here supposed to do with that? I can't do anything to help you. But when you come, it doesn't matter how bad you are feeling. As long as you do not make a choice to use and you ask for help, you will gain strength from that. And that ties into not being enabled to use drugs, because you're cutting off your loved one an opportunity to live. So there's 2 topics in there. How to stop enabling, the dangers of keep doing it, and then we can throw in, you know, how awesome does it feel to overcome adversity and sobriety to sustain it? Because when people talk about, I'm in here because I like seeing the inspiration of stuff. Well, how do you think that inspiration comes to fruition? It comes to fruition by overcoming adversity and not being enabled to use drugs. And that's what everybody is coming into recovery to look for. So let's talk about that. And everybody who's watching worldwide, you're going to see some different stuff than the standard old, let's talk about coping skills today, right? So, 2 things. Mike and then Penny.
So, being out on the streets, a lot of parents I hear in here saying, I can't let my kid live on the streets. I can't let them do this. I can't let them steal. I can't live with it. Well, think about this. If you're doing that for your child, you're sending them money. It doesn't matter how much money my family would have sent me. I've still been on them streets because I wanted to use that money for dope, period. I wanted to get high. I had ways off the street, and whatever they're telling you is a bunch of crap. They have ways off the street. They just don't want to stop getting high, period. I mean, that's all it comes down to. They don't want to stop. I didn't want to stop. I had many ways off the street. Churches, shelters. I mean, there was a lot of opportunities out there. Recovery houses. I mean, I just did not want to be sober, period. So, don't take the call. Whatever you got to do to say no, just say no. My family said it for many, many, many years. But when I needed them the most, and when I had some time to dry out and getting out of prison, they showed up. And when they showed up, they were there when they needed to be there. When I walked into these doors for the first time, I didn't walk in alone. That's positive support. That's positive family support. And I mean, you know, I learned out there in the streets. I learned empathy, humility, gratitude. I mean, holding that sign for money for 10 years, I learned a lot. I didn't know it when I was out there, but I know it now. And I have become a better person because of the struggles I endured out there. And my family probably my mother lost a lot of nights sleep knowing I was out there on the streets. You know what? I didn't lose any sleep because I was high as hell. Always. From morning till night. And that's how I survived out there. That's how I chose to survive out there. I gave up my house, my car, my job, my career, my kids, my family. I gave that up. I chose to do drugs. And your family members, your loved ones have that same choice. Either do drugs or stop doing drugs. I made the choice to stop. And my family's there 150% every day. If my brother even thinks that something's wrong with me, he's like, hey bro, you good? You know, I'm here if you need to talk. You know, always, they're there 100%. So just think about that. You can get them calls begging for money, or you can get the call saying, I'm sorry, we did everything we could. Your son and your daughter didn't make it. You know what I mean? Because that could have been the money you sent them that they bought that dope with, they shot up with that time and died. I mean, nobody wants that on their hands. I mean, just let them be out there. They're either gonna figure it out or they're not. That's all I got.
That's good. Penny.
Being a mother, you know, like the other moms in here could probably relate. You know, you bring this baby home from the hospital and instinct kicks in. You know exactly what this baby needs. It has to be changed, it has to be fed, nurtured, loved, everything, you know. So you get that part of raising your child down. Then you're like full off a cliff. You know, like when something like this happens, I don't know. Like me, I feel like I got hit with like a boulder. Because it literally took the wind out of me. And I don't know how to gain that wind back. Like I'm very crippled right now. Like I come in here because it's a very feel-good place for me. But here, like I don't know how to recover out of it. Like I don't know how to, like if I could just cough it up and have it gone, it would be wonderful. I just don't know, like I don't have that instinct with my son. Like the fear is crippling. Because there's no guarantee of anything. But when someone is using something that, you know, my son is not using right now, but like I said, there's no guarantee. So that almost stops me from living. Because, I mean, I was 17 when I got pregnant, 18 when I had Bobby, married at 19, had my daughter at 20. I was living high. I had a great life. Brought that little baby home, and I mean, he was like the best thing in the world, and continues to be. But there's a lot of, like we talked about, there's a lot of demons. There's a lot of dark holes in our life right now. I literally feel so good saying it. I don't know how to fix it. Don't know how to fix it being a mother. So I need maybe people to reach out.
This is going to be awesome. Before we carry on, this is where when we read at every meeting about if you haven't seen a visitor, a new member and all that stuff, a returning member, I say this often in here, you're obligated. When you hear something like that, get up after the meeting and go meet somebody. Don't just come in here and take and walk out. Don't do that. We don't do that here. This is give and receive. And when somebody is blatantly saying, I need to meet other people, it's like they're hitting us over the head with something that says, I need to go speak to that person. Right? Stefan.
I can't really speak on enabling. I can speak on the opposite. Todd knows my mother was a crack addict, and she has 19 years sober this year in October. When I became a crack addict myself, she never enabled me. I never had help. Todd, I remember one thing you used to talk about when you first started this was tough love. And you know, you gotta show some tough love because in the end, you're probably gonna be saving their life. The only reason I'm sitting in this room tonight is because my mother from the beginning showed me tough love. She's the only reason why I'm doing this so early in my crack addiction. I've done many other drugs, but in my crack addiction, she really saved my life. When she found out and I started stealing and doing stuff like that, she put me out the house. She never gave me any money, stuff like that. Like the gentleman up here was talking about, I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but just think about it. Do you want to get that call one night? You know, you can give them money, you can help them out, but do you want to get that call one night that your child or a loved one passed away from an overdose? That could be on your conscience. That could be something that can happen. And I'm very thankful for my mother, for not enabling me and showing me that tough love.
Well said.
That's all I got.
Joe.
One of my favorite phrases nowadays is "brace the suck." It kind of sounds weird, but the reason I mention that is because overcoming adversity to me isn't overcoming a giant obstacle all the time. That wasn't the thing that used to send me back out. For me, it was a large series of tiny little events that I let build up and build up and build up. So the reason I mentioned embracing the suck, the most recent example I can think of is me and my friend Jake were driving home. Was that last night? I don't even know. It was about 5 in the morning on the way back from Boulder. We had about 2 hours left before we got to Toledo. And I think one of us had mentioned, like, my God, this sucks. Like, we are literally 2 hours away. It's the dead of night. We were both exhausted. But there was nothing that we could do, short of pulling off to the side of the road and bitching about it. We just had to keep going. I could have sped up. I could have, kept going. It wouldn't have got us there probably any faster, and it probably would have resulted in something catastrophic. And I mention that because I liken that to a lot of different events that I face in my life. Whenever something negative happens to me, I have two choices. I can embrace it and I can keep rolling and I can endure it, or I can say fuck it and just go back out and do all the stupid stuff I did before. Now, I know where that path leads. I know where going, saying F it and just going back out leads me to do. But if I just stick with it and endure it, things always get better. Invariably, they always get better. So no matter what situation I get faced with, I always remember just embrace the suck. Because it's gonna suck. It's gonna be tough. And that might not be a giant catastrophic event. It might be something as simple as a flat tire. But I can't let those things derail me. I just embrace it and I keep rolling through it. And because of that, when I encounter those big situations, I can already look back and say, look, you conquered all this tiny stuff. You add all that up, it doesn't even compare to this big thing you're facing. So it's a weird phrase, and every time I mention it to people, they always laugh because they're like, why would you ever make that your favorite phrase? Why can't it be something happy? But that, it helps me because it improves my endurance, and I just keep moving forward, and I can overcome anything because nothing stopped me yet, and nothing's gonna stop me. So.
I gotta add some humor to what Joe was saying there. The term embrace the suck, I think it's in our Cleveland book. It is, right? Right? Yeah. I thought so. Okay. On Sunday when I was doing the little event I was doing, I experienced, I remember thinking, when it got hard, I'm like, here it is. It's time to embrace the suck. And yes, it's hard and all that stuff, but the difference of me doing it this time versus before is I've had experience, as Joe said, of embracing the suck, and it was hard. And on an easier run on the bike path, I saw 2 or 3 people that were holding signs that said "Embrace the suck," and I wanted to say I just did that. and I'm bringing that up in a humorous way because that's what this is. There are times when it's hard, and then there are times where it's awesome. That when it's time to embrace the suck, it's time to figure out what it is. And with respect to enabling, if I was with a peer, we'll call them on the race course, or if I'm with anybody and times get hard and the peer starts saying, yeah, man, this really is hard, we should quit. Let's get a beer, let's do whatever, you're off and you're done. But when you consistently surround yourself with this type of vibe, you're going to get, I know it's hard, you can do this, you've been here before, I'll help you, and boom, you get over it till you can laugh about what you just went through. That's overcoming adversity. That's how you don't enable. That's how you effectively support. Because it's real easy to get into that muck you know, and yeah, it's terrible, and then it feeds on itself. But so does positivity. Positivity feeds on itself. Well, there were so many amazing moments that we had out there, and one of them was listening. My older daughter had said, I'm paraphrasing, but the vibe behind it was, she goes, Dad, I love these people. Not these people like they're bad. It was these people just as people, not addicts. Never once did she ever say, God, I can't believe that Jordan did a bunch of drugs. She was like, Jordan's awesome. He's I just outed you. You can't talk about it. Right. But you think about that, it's like on the not now, God forbid if she ever started doing some of these things, she wouldn't be in Boulder. I wouldn't enable that, because I'm not going to contribute to that. I will support and contribute and educate anything that's going to show the opposite of that, to give her an opportunity continuously to live like that. And I'm not a parent going through that stuff, but that's what I would need, as Mike very awesomely illustrated. If you support an addiction, we're going to use it for addiction. That's our job. You know? We're not going to come up with the greatest scheme to tell you that somehow is going to really work this time. It won't. Anything you're being told by a loved one that this time I really mean it, they don't. We don't. I was one of those people. Don't feed into that. The answer is no. That's it. It's no. Because you're saying yes to a life, to overcome adversity. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Diane, you're up.
Joe, great. From home, Emily hears exactly what you said, because that's what happened with her. As a mom, I had a lot of fertility problems, so when I had my kids, it was like the greatest gift God gave me. And then, of course, being the third, being a daughter, wow, so it is extremely hard to let go. I'm sure I enabled Emily at first because I didn't understand what was going on. And then when we started coming to these meetings, the more we came, the more stronger I got. People like you saying, don't, I mean, I never gave her money for that. I mean, I didn't do that, but you just want to take it away from them. You just, as a mother, you want to trade places, because you want them to be healthy and you want them to succeed in life without drugs. I'd take it away from them in a sec, even today, but you can't, and I can't fix it, and only she can fix it. When Emily came back and I knew she was starting to use again, the DART officer said to me, Diane, don't let her come home, because I'm telling you right now, if you walk upstairs and she's dead in her bed, it'll be the worst nightmare and memory you'll ever have. And I didn't. I couldn't. I'm like, I will not, you cannot come home, because I am not gonna let you use and die in front of me. I refuse it. And that's, of course, when she left. But I had to let her do that, because I can't let her live in my house and use drugs underneath my roof. I won't do it.
Awesome.
But it's this meetings that made me strong like this. Hardest thing as a mother, to let your child go out, only daughter, unfortunately, go out and do it. I had to, though, because I had to let her. I thought she hit rock bottom when she was in Stryker, and then she did it again, so obviously she didn't. But if I didn't let her do it, she wouldn't be in recovery today, because she'd still be using in my house, and she still would be using what's going on. You can't fix it. You can't. We can't. As parents, we want to. Oh God, if I could, I'd do it in a second. But we can't. And that's one thing it took forever for me to figure out, that I can take her to these places, I can drag her to wherever she needs to be dragged to, but until she wants to get help, and anybody in here, every ad knows that, you're not gonna get help. You're not. She can lie, and I'm sure she's lied to me, nurse said, yep, Mom, when she was out using, yep, I'm going to detox tomorrow. There's always a tomorrow, right, There's always a tomorrow, but you're not there. So, as a mother, it kills us, because we brought you into this world, and we would do anything, and like I said, I would trade places in a second, but I can't. So until she wants to help, until he wants to help, that's all you can do. You can direct them to meetings like this, you can tell them to do this, but until they want help, you can't do anything. You can't help them.
Brendan.
So when we were talking about embrace the suck, I was thinking about it as like embrace the life instead, like by flipping it, because even pain, like I mean, like I'm not in love with pain, I don't think anybody is, but like being able to be sick and know that I'm just sick and, you know, hurting, it lets me know that like I'm still alive. I don't have to live my whole life numb from everything physically and emotionally anymore. So it's always nice to kind of have that other side every once in a while just pop up. And being enabled prevented me from all the consequences of my actions, and it kept me trapped in the made-up world that I created in my mind, numb from complete reality. I feel that enabling me has deprived me also of my accomplishments, because I didn't earn 100% of anything that I was doing completely on my own. I always found another way to, like, a loophole in the system to get what I needed or wanted, but I never did any of it on my own. Once I was faced with all the decisions of my actions, it was, you know, bouncing around and sleeping in my truck for a long time. Eventually, it didn't happen right away. It took probably a good 6-7 months of living out there by my own before I really understood like the repercussions of what I've been doing and wanted to actually do something about it. The best thing my family did for me was to tell me no and just cut me off completely, to stop answering the phone, to stop giving me money, stop giving me anything, because no matter what you give me, I could have made something out of it. It didn't matter what it was. You can buy food, we can get rid of that, like anything. So just complete or just, nope, we're just done with you, was probably one of the best things. Because now when I finish something, like when I paid off my core fines, like that was just such a big relief. And I know it's like stupid, but like I would like $287 for not having your headlights on, because apparently that's not a suggestion. It's like paying that off, like I'm like, yeah, I did that. I didn't have to call my grandma to get another loan to do that. Like I actually had to work for it and earn it and actually go down there and talk to a judge and pay it all myself. But just, I do everything now with the support, not material things, but just the support of like my friends and my family and everybody around me is what pushes me through it. And anybody can do it if I can, that's for sure. And I mean, with the right guidance. And lucky for all of you, like I kind of know a really good guy that can guide you anywhere. But my favorite slogan, since Joe brought it up, is "You don't know my life, you're not Todd Brown."
Jordan.
I just wanted to tell everybody, you know, I did use a lot of drugs, right? But I haven't consistently for 8 months and 4 days.
Attaboy. Is that it?
That's it, man.
Yes,
okay. I just want to make sure everybody's aware of that.
Julie.
I kind of wanted to agree with Brendan that it is really more natural to try to enable, but when you finally make yourself stop, you let your family member grow, and then you're so excited when they make the appropriate choices and you can see them grow. It was worth it to go through the pain of not enabling, which sounds weird, but it's hard to stop enabling. But to stand back and let them grow it's awesome.
Yep. Beautifully said. Debbie, go ahead.
I'm going to be on the other side of the coin. I'm an RN, told my kids all the negative things that could have happened, and we still ended up in this position. The greatest help for me was not knowing where Stephen was. We never threw him out. We would place restrictions on him, but he several times chose to leave. And I only knew where he was because he kept signed on to Facebook at the home computer. It was the worst thing that I've ever been through. He had a friend that would call me and tell me, yes, this is what's going on, this is what's happening. And so he came to Florida where we were living at the time. It was our 6 months there. And he begged me to come to Florida. So we let him come. And it was excruciating. It was horrible. We were like policemen. We went through everything. He had a job, and we would go through his car, and we'd find things, and he'd lie to us. He never stole from us, but he lied consistently to us, and I knew it. I think we're all smarter than our kids think we are, and we knew what was going on, and what do you do? You know, he's over 21 years old. How are we going to handle this? So the only recourse we had was to have him arrested, and I would go there every single day, and he would cry to me, how could you do this to your baby boy? How could you do this to me? What kind of mother are you? And I would go there, and I would just say, but Stephen, I have no recourse. You're over 18. I'm trying to help you. In Sarasota County, Florida, there was no help. He languished for a week. And finally, we talked to the prosecutor and said, this isn't working. We need to get him help. He came out. He said, Mom, it's good. I'm just going to go with my friends. He ended up on a huge freeway jumping in front of cars. And that was about an hour away from where we were living at the time. My husband wasn't there. And I'm driving, racing, texting any friend I could think of. We put him in a place where they could help him, and it was no help for him. I mean, they load him up with drugs, keep him for 4 days, and say, okay, good luck. On the way out of that institution, I called Todd and said, all right, we're leaving Florida right now. How soon can he see you? And he detoxed at home. I would never recommend it. It was a nightmare. It was a scary thing, but we kept coming back. And the bottom line is enabling, in my opinion. I didn't say, here, take this money, go out and do what you want. But to know that he was home, he was fed, he was safe, those are the things that drove me nuts. Where are you? What are you doing? Are you eating? Are you safe? I had those things, but it was tempered with this, almost like like you said, a demon that would grate on him and eat on him. And it probably took a good month of coming here and listening to Todd and listening to some of the other parents before I thought, okay, we can get through this, we can do it. The parents that are new in this recovery thing, don't give up on your kids. Don't say, I'm going to be so tough and I'm going to shut the door, because it'll eat you alive. Trust me, it will eat you alive. I can't believe that he's got almost 3 years. This last trip of knowing he's safe, he's sober, he's doing a good thing. I hate to keep bringing that back to the point, but when our daughter was dying, he said, Mom, I have to go see Todd. The first thing he did, he left the hospital where my daughter had died, came to see Todd. And it's like, do whatever you need to do, but he said, Mom, I am not just living my life for me anymore. Now I have to live for Catherine. And at that point, you know, he's got this. And it didn't happen by me shutting the door on him and turning my back on him. It was with, I love you, but I'm not going to let you kill yourself. And, you know, here he is. And I think...
Charles, before you go, that's the point of every backstory is a success story when it's done right. Everyone. Everybody's got a story of how much stuff they did. Whoop-de-doo. It's getting into the other side of 3 years, 1 year, 15 months, whatever, and how you're living. That's the opposite or the other side of no more enabling and just watching success happen, right? Charles, you're on.
About enabling, you know, I believe most people will get into this forum even heard the word enabling. They not know what it meant. And you know, I travel quite a bit. I see people from different states in this type of forum, and it just dawns on me that we are in a society of acceptable secrets. You know, if someone was on drugs or become alcoholic, the family automatically wants to suppress that, and this is a dark secret we're going to keep. And secrets allow us to become enablers. I've seen that if anybody steps out to a family member or at a workplace with a water cooler and just drop a word, hey, enabling, have you ever heard of it? This has got something that's got to be spread because we unwittingly become enablers because we don't know what an enabler is. I've been in some sessions where someone will come out of rehab and the family will go to Red Lobster and order wine for everybody. Well, you just got them started again. Someone will get out, you'll give them the charge card and say, go put gas in your car. You know, these are the things we do unwittingly, knowing that these are the actions of an enabler, but we're on the innocent side. We're blind to what's going on because we just have no idea. It's a whole nother universe. But when you come to places such as this and you get information, you cannot be ashamed to share it with family members, co-workers, people you come across. This does not have a clock in it. Someone early on said they have some more sessions to go. It's not about sessions. It's about, okay, I'm going to help somebody else live a quality of life based on what I've learned. Years ago, we could not sit in a room like this. No way about it. Guilt, shame, the whole shoot match, our society would not allow this. So here's an opportunity to take what you learned and take it out of here. If I'm at work with somebody, you know, I used to enable. What do you mean enable? Get a dictionary. It tells you exactly what an enabler was with all clarity. Nancy Reagan, just say no. That played out for a little while. But now they say, don't let nobody know. We can't do that. We got to let it be known. I don't say this every time I come in here, but I moved because at age 36 is when I did my last drugs. I'm 66 today. I feel as I did when I was 36 because I have a whole new lease on life. Because I took it upon myself to have enough. Family members said, okay, you own your own, crash and burn. I didn't want to crash. I didn't want to burn. I wanted to live. My desire, my God-given desire was to live. You got to share that. Thanks for letting me say something.
It's after 8. We have 3 more people. So Tony, and then Emily and Quentin, and then we'll wrap up.
My name is Tony. When you say enabling, can you imagine, you know, I got 2 daughters that's, you know, they use it, but we all use together. Can you imagine sitting up in a recovery class with your kids, with your daughter? I mean, sitting across the room from you in like a PHP class or IOP class. For me, I was in Arrowhead with my daughter. We went in recovery at the same time. And by me being a father and, you know, with these 2 daughters, you know, I know I was an enabler. Because every time I was using, you know what I'm saying, my daughters was there with me using. And it was so hard for me when we admitted ourselves into the unit. Didn't nobody know that she was my daughter, you know, because if they did, they wouldn't have let us been in the same class. But by me just sitting there, you know, each and every day, you know, being you know, starting off, being clean, and my mind getting right, seeing my daughter, and knowing the things that I did to make her do, man, that was hurting to me. Each and every day, I went through that. And today, you know what I'm saying, I've been sober like 75 days.
Awesome.
And, she didn't make it through the class. You know, she didn't make it through the class. She got out of the class. And she's still using today. And she still lives with me. And so when I leave here, I go there. And just to see her, you know, still using and high, you know, sometimes I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say to her. Like Diane was saying, you know, you can't, man, it's hard. You can't, you just gotta let them go, you know what I'm saying? Because I done found myself trying to help her and found myself, you know, wanting to use again, trying to help her. You know, so what can I do? You know, and from me listening to these mothers in here, you know, saying, you know, about their kids and how they, you know, don't want to enable and stuff, it's hard to see your kids sick in the morning, asking you, Dad, you got $20 or $30. You know, it's so hard, Todd. And that's why I'm in these rooms. That's why I'm here, to gain confidence, strength, and, you know, to get some insight on what to do. And I got 2 daughters, and they still on this stuff bad. And like she said, I don't want to go upstairs in the morning and knock on her door and she dead. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I also don't want to kick her out neither. You know what I'm saying? To find her dead on the street somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So what is it for me to do? Stay in these rooms and get strong. You know what I'm saying? And listen to people that's going through the things that I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? So I know I got a long road to go. I know I do. That's why I'm here every Thursday. I try to be here when I can, you know, because I need people like y'all today in my life. And I'm very grateful to everybody in here. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, people, we do need hugs and things, because a lot of people don't know what, you know, our background is or where we come from. You know, that's all I can say.
I got you a hug, Tony.
There's 3 things we talk about in here: empathy, humility, and gratitude. And I'm sitting in here listening to you with empathy, and I'm a ton of gratitude that my 2 daughters are not on the other side of this, and you're not gonna be. But when you're talking about, you know, I don't want to have to go up there and see my daughter. You don't have to. You know, that's the one thing. You know, I'm not an expert on the family side of it because I don't have kids that are using this. And again, I'm not gonna. That's why you guys are here. That's why they're here. That's why they've been coming here since they could talk. You know, my kids have been in here since 2 and 3 years old. Some of the people, Scott, that's been around here for a long time, they've grown up around this because I'm like, you see, decade after decade, you see what this is? Because I don't want them to go through what I went through and you're going through, and unfortunately your kids are. But it doesn't have to continue like that. And you're setting the example to your daughters by stopping. That's what we do. And that's how it starts. So you're already doing it. Kelly, and then Emily and Quentin, then we're done. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll try and be quick. I love the fact that our meetings are for everyone, and just like our meetings are for everyone, since you brought the book up already, There's More Than One Way to Get to Cleveland. That book is also for everyone.
Read it.
There's More Than One Way to Get to Cleveland. We all have arrived in this room through different paths, and our pathway out of this room is going to be different for everyone. whether you're on the addict, alcoholic, or the parent or support or enabler side. So what works for Deborah may not work for Diane, which may not work for Penny. That's the beautiful part of this meeting, is we can all sit in here and bounce ideas off of each other and figure out what works and what doesn't work. But it's take what you need and leave what you don't, but get the book and read the book, because it will help every single person that has been touched by this. And I don't really know that there is anyone who has not been affected by addiction nowadays. I love what Mike said. He brought up the just say no. I think that we learn here that we never have to use drugs or alcohol again. I think it's as important for the parents and the support people to also learn how to just say no, and that you never have to enable again.
Beautifully said.
Quick on embracing the suck. Because embracing the suck, when I am embracing the suck, I try and think of how many people would love to embrace the suck I'm embracing at that moment. I've traded places with you on that drive home, so I could have been in Colorado.
Emily.
So when I first came to Raising for Recovery, I was expecting another support group meeting that I would learn coping skills or whatever. But little did I know that not only did I learn how to cope or whatever, but 5 some years ago, I was learning how to live my life. And I just want to say thanks to the parents that are sharing, because I have a 13-year-old now. So I'm not nervous about the things that are coming up. You know, I said that my husband says sometimes that he keeps coming to meetings because he's learning how to deal with problems he hasn't had yet. I'm like living proof of that. But because you're sharing these things, like it's helping me see the side of like how to prevent enabling should my son take that path. But I'm not worried about that because the cameras are on and people know our lifestyle of recovery. My 6-year-old draws a picture at the restaurant of me, and he puts a shirt on with a green circle. Look, Mom, it's Racing for Recovery. I mean, this is the language we speak in our house. And so there's knowledge in that, and there's power in that. And if I can respectfully challenge you, Todd, sure. You are an expert on the family side, because as I once came to you feeling like I was inadequate to like help people with relapsing because I haven't relapsed, you said to me, well, you're the expert because you haven't done it. So you have the skills that you can share with other people. I mean, you told me that. So because you haven't, like, I want that. I want what you have. So I'm going to follow those. I'm learning that here, how to have what you have with your girls and with your sons. And I know that if I put that safety net underneath there for my boys, I'm going to take away their opportunity to learn from their mistakes. And so I'm going to empower them. And sometimes I disagree with his dad and his stepmom, but that's okay. They don't necessarily fully understand it, but like he has a phone. He's on social media now. He has a girlfriend now. I'm sure I'm nervous, but at the same time, like he's got some awesome. He's so awesome. Like the things he shares in this meeting makes me so proud, and so I'm confident in my son. I'm not scared, and it's because of Racing for Recovery.
Wow. Quentin.
Yeah, for me, with the enabling, I always think about like the consequences. So when like my parents finally stopped enabling me, it forced me to like deal with the consequences. And when I had to face the consequences, I was given choices. Whereas when they were enabling me, they were kind of coddling me, basically. You know, like, so I didn't really have to face the consequences. as hard as I would when they stopped enabling me. And that was a huge, huge thing for me. That's all I have to say.
Just real quick, Diane, you mentioned rock bottom earlier, and I want to wrap up with this. That's another one of those cliche things that you hear of. You have to hit rock bottom. You don't have to hit rock bottom. You get an opportunity to create a new life. Once again, it's the exact opposite of how you think. And I agree, Jeff brought that up. If anybody follows my stupid Facebook page or whatever, there is a profound email that I shared on that from a mother that talks about how innovative this concept has been. Not that the other way of thinking is bad. I'm never, ever, ever saying that. I'm saying if that's doing it for you, great. But if it's not, there's other ways to think. We don't have to think in negative all the time. I'm powerless. You can empower. You don't have to hit rock bottom. You get an opportunity to create a life. There's always an opposite side that is enlightening, supportive, caring, motivating, invigorating. Go that route. It's more fun than I can't. And I have to hit rock bottom. If you want to, go ahead. I want to go the other way. It's a lot more fun on that side. Who is our Jake? Sorry. Go ahead.
Autobiography by George Chad. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I've fallen again. I can't believe I am in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk around another street.
Thanks for coming, everybody. That's cool.